let's talk about black metal albums you have to check out from later in 2023. These are some albums that have come out later in the year, which I have enjoyed quite a lot. I want you guys to enjoy them with me. So I'm going to share them on this here list. Never mentioned them on the channel before. None of these albums are in my top of the year. And if I redid it, maybe they would be. I think there's one especially that could fucking creep right in the top 10. And I'll get to that one. But most of them are fantastic and well deserving of your time and listen. So let's kick it off with some black metal albums I missed in 2023 and ones you should give some love to. So let's start in, the Greeky side of things, the Hellenic scene. And you know what I'm going to mention? You know what I'm going to mention right now? The Magus. That's right, the Magus. Members of ex-Necromantia, after they disbanded, members of, Thou Art Lord, Rotting Christ and shit, the main guy, the Magus, being one of them. This album has been recommended a lot. It's become a meme on my Discord. Everyone's memeing the shit out of it, just because one guy just kept spamming it, and I was like, I'm not going to listen to it out of fucking principle now. People keep spamming it, I'm not going to listen to it. Then I finally did. I was like, alright, it's black metal, it's good, it's got members out of bands I love, like Necromantia. Let's check it out, let's give it a listen with their debut album. And oh my god, it's fucking good. This album is goddamn fantastic. It's got that clear Hellenic sound, and love the melodies, the rhythms, so energetic, and you can instantly listen to it and be like, yeah, that's definitely in the similar vein of Rotting Christ and those similar bands. But they have their own style to it. Dark, evil, cool. Nice little intro as well, setting the mood for the whole album. And the album title's ridiculous. It's in Greek. I'm assuming it's Greek. But then the second part of it, Visodomantus. I can kind of say that, I guess. Now, my Greek friends out there, please translate this here word stuff. This here word soup for me. What does it mean? What is it? How do you say it? And all that jibber jabber. Yeah, this album is bloody fantastic. For fans of Rotting Christ, Necromantia, Varron, you will love this album. Macabre Omen, stuff like that. It's a great listen. Dark, evil, melodic though, and fun. It's a fun album. And the album cover's great. And the whole logo as well, the Magus, like the tentacle like monster, H.P. Lovecraft kind of stuff. Very good. Ticks all the boxes. And that's not the... Who the fuck is buzzing? That's my vibrator going off. Oh, get out of there. It's not the only Hellenic band we had. We had a new Varron album. Woo! Varron, probably my favourite of the three. You know what? I think it's my favourite of the three. I love Rotting Christ. I love Necromantia. They have some of the best albums ever. But Varron is just so consistent. I think every single album is just fucking killer. His Majesty at the Swamp has this, really doomy, dark, sludgy kind of sound to it, to the black metal, which I really love. And the latest album they did was bloody fantastic. And this one, even better. Somehow it's even better. I don't know how. Somehow it's even better. The title of this one I can actually say. The Crimson Temple. The Crimson Temple. And you're going to get sacrificed in this temple. The melodies in this album are so infectious. You'll be banging your head throughout most of it. It is so fun. Again, it's similar to the Magus. It's that Hellenic sound, the Greek black metal. That, those both coming out in a similar time is just giving the scene just... more life and more album, more music to listen to of that similar sound, which I love. Something like Yoff Iria, stuff like that, which I'm looking forward to seeing next year. Yoff Iria is going to be good. But yeah, Varron, they can do no wrong. This album is just fantastic from start to finish, and everyone should check it out, especially on the Agonia Records on YouTube. It has little images for each song, and as you're going through each song, it shows you the pictures, I'm guessing from the actual booklet in the CD. I haven't bought it yet, but I will, because the album's that fucking good. And I've got a black metal collection, so I'm going to get it. So yeah, saw that one recently, and it was fantastic. Now for something completely different. Have you all heard of Troll? Classic Norwegian band, Troll, symphonic black metal. If you've not, stop this video and go listen to the older album. because they are just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Similar vein as like the Covenant, but like the older Covenant, or say Emperor, I guess, but more like the Covenant. It's such, and it has like this folky style to it as well. You can tell by the name Troll. No band actually does it like them. Actually, they have a really unique spot in black metal, and the debut by them is one of the most underrated albums of all time in black metal. Absolutely adore it. And this new one is so fun, so bombastic, so just energetic. The vocals are interesting, not quite shrieky, not quite shouty, just in this weird middle vein, which I quite enjoy, makes it fresh and unique. And I don't know, the album Trolled Them by Troll. If you've not heard of them, go give them a listen, go give them some love. And this new album is very, very fun. It's a fun listen. Get your trolls, get your chest hair out, get your clubs and bash some peasants to death, and drink the fucking blood, because it's gonna be good. And yeah, if you like symphonic black metal, give this one a try. I feel like there's too much hate towards symphonic black metal. It's one of my favourite genres, actually. If I did a ranking of the genres of black metal again, symphonic would be S tier. I love them. Emperor's symphonic. Emperor's fucking king. Old Covenant is amazing. Diabolical Masquerade. Some of the best music you can find. And Obtained Enslavement. Ooh. Bloody bang. Symphonic's great. They get a bad rap because people just go, oh, new Dimmu. Oh, new Cradle. Even though I love both of them, but still, that's what they associate it with. Whereas there's hundreds of other symphonic black metal bands out there that are probably more for you. Yeah, it may not be completely raw, but it's fun. So live a little, pull the stick out your ass, and enjoy some symphonic black metal with Troll, because it's fucking good. You want something completely different? Again, Midnight Odyssey with the Biolume Part 3. This is a long album. This is like over 2 hours long. Instantly, people have just closed the goddamn video. Like, no, not listen to that. Fuck that. But hear me out. They are the masters of this atmospheric, space-like journey albums. And this is a 3-part. This is like the 3rd part of the trilogy. And I think the best one, I wasn't big fans of the second one. The first one was pretty good. The 3rd one I feel like is the best of the trilogy. And it just takes you on an immense journey through the cosmos. Beautiful passages, cool singing, cool atmosphere. Atmosphere is the name of the game on this one. And Midnight Odyssey have been around for a while. Lots of good ones like Shards of Silver Fade. Love that album, one of my favourites of all time. But you gotta give it some attention and some love because it is 2 hours long. You know, you gotta take some time out to truly digest this album, and then you'll love it like I do. So it's another album from this year which I've not mentioned, and I don't really mention Midnight Odyssey a lot, and I really want to do a ranking for them. So next year, look forward to that. Holy moly, a new Vargrav. Wow, the Nighthold. It has a dragon on the cover, therefore it's already good. Anything with a dragon on is already good, like the new Twilight Force. Power metal is completely different to black metal, but I fucking love both, so fuck you. Yeah, dragons, instantly good. But seriously, Vargrav is underrated as hell. They made albums like Emperor better than Emperor's new albums, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a classic in the Nights That Eclipse sound, just brought into the new age. It's great. If you love that Emperor sound, you'll love Vargrav. And it's, I wouldn't say a clone. It's not a complete clone, like some people would say, but it has those symphonic elements, and it has that witch-like atmosphere, if you know what I mean. Like, you're on a broomstick, flying around with dragons, and it's a dark, starry night, and there's goblins fucking with pikes. It's kind of like Heaven Shall Burn when we are gathered by Marduk. Picture that album cover. That's the sound you're getting with Vargrav. Goblins and fucking dragons, but it's dark and evil, and it's nighttime, and it's frosty. So if that sounds good to you, then this album is one to check out. Really loved it. Could have been in my top of the year. But I think my top's pretty settled. The next one... Oh no, I'll get to the next one in a bit. Let's mention the elephant in the room. What band have I not mentioned this whole year? What band has released an album which is like really highly rated? Panopticon's The Rhyme of Memory. What? Why am I talking about Panopticon? You know, I should love Panopticon because Drook's one of my favourite bands, Winterfillif, one of my favourite bands, Sayor, fucking Alcest. I like the atmospheric stuff, the, you know, nature-filled black metal. I like it all. Crowder, stuff like that, Arcanum. But Panopticon's never grabbed me. Now, I think it's because I listened to, like, Kentucky, and it was all the bluegrass American shit. I'm not American, so I couldn't give two rats' asses about Kentucky. I couldn't give a shit about miners or fucking hillbilly shit. So I don't really care about that. You might, I fucking don't. So a lot of their albums, especially that one, was probably the worst one to dive into. But then, yeah, the new album is actually pretty good. No, it's actually grabbed me, and I can understand why people are loving it. I don't love it like the rest of the stuff on this list, but I want to give it credit because I've never mentioned before, and this album's, you know, it's pretty good. The screams are on point. The only downside I would say is the intro takes fucking an hour to get going, and I'm saying that after recommending you a 2-hour atmospheric album. But yeah, aside from the long intro, which took me a while to get into, the rest of the album's killer. No complaints here, and I want to rep them on this list because I'm not biased, you know. I'll tell you when I'm wrong. This album's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm going to tell you right here, so go check it out if it pleases you. Now we come to the album that should have been on my top 10 of the year, because this album floored me. This album, it's from a band I've heard before, but this album is nothing like their other material. Holy fuck, 180 style change. I'm talking about Valdr, Throne of the Lunar Soul. Even the album title is completely different. They had a previous album I mentioned like 2 years ago or whatever when it came out with a red, evil like artwork. Was it Effigy of Nightmare? Something like that. And it was very short. It was like half an hour long. Ferocious, pummeling, black and death metal. Gory, filthy. Loved it. This is not half an hour. This is about an hour long. And it is so majestic and epic with... that's the best word to describe it. Majestic and epic. You can tell from the Morrowind-esque artwork, which I fucking love, because they look like ordinators. It looks like I'm going back to Balmora or some shit, or Vivek. And I'm a big Morrowind's my favourite game of all time. So the fact that that looks like that is amazing. The fact that the music has this grandiose scale to it, sometimes symphonic, sometimes in that dungeony synth, you know, parts, but then the screaming comes in. It's like, this has fucking got everything for me. I love it. It's a journey and a half. Epic is the name of the game on this one, and it's one of my favourites of the year. So yeah, Valdrin's new album is definitely worth your time and definitely worth to check out, because I fucking adore it. It's amazing. Complete 180 from the original sound, but I don't care. I love it. Carry on doing whatever the hell you want to do, because the Black and Death shit was cool. This epic stuff is cool, so I really don't care. But yeah, check out Valdrin's new album. So those are just some albums I've mentioned, which I've missed talking about this year. There's probably hundreds of others. You know, I haven't mentioned Shining's new album, because I haven't heard it yet. So there's a lot of albums I haven't heard, but I will get to them, and next year, you know, we're going to be going back to the best of the month. Yeah, I'm going to bring that back. Best of the month. And bring back some other stuff. Maybe I'll do a channel update to tell you guys exactly what's going to happen. But more rankings, more best of the months, and more black metal content. So sit back, have some hot chocky, and enjoy your Christmas. And we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.